Sit
something
right.
on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't do readings through WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Never
No.
have, never will.
Right.
So, yeah.
Anyway, well, thanks everybody, and it's just to save you time and us time, because then
Yes.
you'll also notice I don't get your notifications. Well, that's because they dumped you and you didn't
Yes.
know. So it's not just me, it's not just the ladies here, it's everybody in every chat. So I just want you to realize that. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk about laughter today, and it's one of my favorite topics. And I think everybody needs to do more of it. I remember my daughter saying to me, I know another family that's just as weird as we are, Mom. They laugh about the same things we do. And I said, every family has that. It's something that makes them laugh. And I remember seeing that having a weird mom builds character. And I always thought that, my mother wasn't really weird, but my father was. So I got it from his side of the family. So
my mother had a great sense of humor.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, I have to say, I want everybody to tell their stories. The only thing I want to start out by saying is that even when I was giving my father's eulogy, I also included all the jokes he used to tell, because that's what he would want me to do. Because he used to work in a hospital, and he used to say that you can't work in a hospital if you don't have any patients.
Right.
And I got people laughing, but they're like, wait a minute, we're at a funeral. Am I supposed to laugh? And that's what's the beauty of now we have life celebrations.
I'm glad you brought that up, because my grandmother died back in 1974, and we went to, the service and everything, the Catholic service, and then going out to the burial site. And there's this long procession. And anyways, we were in a car with my mother and her current beau, and he had us laughing like, it was so funny. Anyways, I can't remember. This is before social media, so I don't know how the story got back to us. But it got back to us that somebody was coming the opposite way, and they saw us in the car laughing our heads off, and how disrespectful that was.
Oh, sure, of course. In 75, it would have been. Yeah,
I know.
And so many people expect you to be wailing like you're at the Wailing Wall or something.
Yeah, no, we were laughing over something my grandmother did. I mean,
that's what you would want. I mean, for me, laugh at my funeral or whatever it is. That's what I would want you to do.
Dance and do a jig. I don't care. Just, celebrate.
Celebrate.
I tell my son, I don't want a funeral. Just have a party and say, okay, she's better off than we are, so let's have a party.
I'm with you, Sherry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, anyway,
if he didn't cremate me, I was going to come back and haunt him.
Oh. They're going to say, look, there's Sherry. She's an asshole.
Yeah. And that's probably what he'll do with me, is flush it right down the toilet.
Oh, Lord save us. All right.
Yeah. That's a good one. I have to remember that one.
All right. So, Marina, what you got to tell us?
I'm up. Well, I'm glad that the topic was laughter, because this is a little story of something that happened yesterday. And I have been laughing about it ever since. And I can't tell you how many times today I just burst out in laughter. So last night, I'm doing the Taco Tuesdays show with David from Terra by the Bay. And I was really, really excited because I was having his brother, his twin brother, Gary, join us. And so this was going to be the first time that, we kind of did it as a trio and so on and so forth. Well, we're chatting backstage a little bit, and then it was time to go. And I was just thrilled that I could do this. So I started the introduction, and I was saying, and that this is Welcome to Taco Tuesdays. And we've got David from Terra by the Bay, and special treat for you if you want a little extra salsa on your taco. We have got his twin cousin Gary, identical twin cousin. I don't know where cousin came but it just, oh, every time I think about it, because I mean, yeah, identical twin cousin, because that's a thing.
It was a hard thing, but they managed to come out
to be,
twin.
That's very true. That's very true. But
and I saw her do it too, and that was hilarious.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about that, though. My daughter was blonde and had really short hair and was like 9. And my nephew was in the pool with her. He had really short blonde hair. We couldn't figure out which one was which. And they were cousins. So see, there are such things as twin cousins. You just knew that intuitively. That's
exactly. Exactly.
I know my cousin, who was the same age as my sister, she worked at a local restaurant, and someone asked her, "Oh, you must be so-and-so's twin." And actually, even though she was the same age as my sister, she was an aunt. Yeah. So anyways, she says, "You have a twin sister." And she said my sister's name. Yeah, it can happen.
Yeah. It can happen.
Yeah.
That's
it was
really
just,
or you'd see your doppelganger somewhere.
Yes, that's weird when that happens.
Has that ever happened to you?
It has happened to me. I was 19, and on the front page of our local Vancouver Sun was this picture of me on a 10-speed, and it said about this local workshop, right, that I'd taken. And I looked at it and went, I didn't go to a bicycle workshop. Like, what
Why am I there?
What the heck? Yeah. No, it wasn't me. It was my doppelganger. And I had people for months after that saying, I saw your picture on the front page. Wow. I said it wasn't me.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes. After a while, I began to say,
I was walking through the Cape Cod Mall, and I came around the corner, and there was an art, like an art display. And there I am in a painting. And I went, woo. And then my girlfriend's husband came around the corner, and I said, "Look, I'm here." And he said, "Very good." He said, "Yes, you do look, he said, "Very good. You recognize that that's what you do look like mostly." I mean, maybe there was something about an ear or a chin or something, but
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
So starting off with that little story. I honestly
that set the stage for
find
Dr.
humor
Tuesday
in just about anything and everything, whether it's a play on words, whether it's a situation, whatever it might be.
Yes.
I think that the more we laugh, the more that our blood pressure goes down, the more that we can see the funny side of life, even when we're in horrible, awful situations. If you find something to laugh about, it just lightens the mood. You can, it almost like it gives, to me personally, it gives me strength.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Or you laugh so much, you got tears rolling down your face. You almost pee your pants. I mean, that's really good laughing. Yeah, it really is. That's
what does it say that I do that already when I'm not laughing?
Well, you need it. It says you need a bladder lift.
It's because you're old, like me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There's it was one night last year. It was just starting to get into winter time, and we didn't have any snow on the ground, but it was dark outside. It might have been 9:30, 10 o'clock in the evening. And I got out of my car. And for some reason, the minute that I stepped out of the car is my body said, "I need to pee." And I thought, okay, just make it to the door. That's all you got to do is just make it to the door, and it's fine. And so I'm trying. And I know I look ridiculous the way that I'm walking, right? Because well, I made it halfway, and I thought, okay, this isn't going to work. So I kind of did a quick check to see, and there wasn't anybody looking, and I just thought, okay, well, just let it go. And I laughed, and I got in the house, And I'm laughing. And my son said, what's so funny? What's wrong with you? I said, I just peed my pants.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sorry, I got
It happened to me in college. There was a professor named Charlie Brown, and he was a real nerd. And so somebody locked the door to his office, and he couldn't get in. So he went and he got a ladder, and he climbed. The teacher did, and he climbed the ladder and went in through the window. Well, my friend and I are talking about it coming back from the dining hall about Charlie Brown's locked out. Ha ha, isn't that funny? We come around the corner and there's Charlie Brown on the ladder. Well, I peed my pants. I could not stop laughing. It was, what is it? It's, you laugh so hard that it runs down your leg. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
that's wonderful, Marina. Yeah. So yeah, let it flow. Let it flow. Right?
Let it flow.
Let it
Yeah.
flow. All right.
Besides,
Miss Val, what about you, my dear?
Oh my gosh, my head's so clogged with allergies. I laugh at everything. What is it funny? I mean, my husband and I, our whole entire relationship is built on kidding each other and laughing like that. We just totally laugh about everything.
You do.
There isn't much I don't laugh at. I mean, I'm just pretty, I think, find humor in just about everything.
I do too. Yeah.
There are just a few things I might not find humorous depending on my mood, but
yeah.
I did have weird parents, and they laughed. Their humor was too much in. They were into political humor, and laughing at how people follow different people and that kind of thing, and. It was that kind of thing. So my humor really just is my own.
Right.
Just
did your sons grow up and be funny as well in growing up?
Oh yeah. Oh
okay.
gosh. My younger son is all about when Stephen Colbert was on his own show, like the Daily Show, he would pretend like he was, and he's almost 50. He'd be pretending to be Stephen Colbert making jokes. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of humor in my kids for sure.
I could hear my son and his friend, they were in the 5th grade. They were upstairs watching Whose Line Is It Anyway? Yeah. And it was the British one. And they were laughing and laughing and laughing. And I'm like, what is so funny? And of course, they're young boys. And they said, you know how you had to be something? You were something and you had to decide what it was. Yeah. And one of the ladies come on and she's doing this thing and she's got one eye open like this. And they're laughing and laughing. And she said, what was it? I got a purple helmet on. And my boys knew exactly, and his friend knew exactly she was a penis.
Oh, old one-eyed. I thought old one-eyed. Yeah.
No. Yes. But it was so funny. And the fact that they were so young and they understood exactly what it was.
Yeah.
It was, it was a hoot. It really was.
That's hilarious.
Oh my. Well, all right, Sherry, what about you?
Oh my God, there are so many. I can't even. I literally tried to think of it. It's like every time I try to think of something, I just start laughing because there's just so many things in my life.
I know.
But you bring up penis, which made me remember a story my husband used to tell when he was in the Navy. A bunch of them, they read shore leave. They went out drinking for the night, and the real straight-laced one got the drunkest and passed out. So they hauled him to the local tattoo parlor, and they had a big eyeball tattooed on the very top tip of his penis. So that when he woke up in the morning, not only was he in excruciating pain, but when he went to go to the bathroom, there was this giant eyeball.
Oh my God.
How did he not wake up? I mean,
that's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit.
That's how passed out drunk he was. But I remember him telling me that and me going, oh my God, I can't believe. But I mean, my mother was single mom raising 2 kids on her own. If she didn't make us laugh, she probably would have killed us because that made her laugh. Um,
Mhm.
my brother and I'd start fighting, or just, the regular back and forth. And she'd grab her purse and her keys and she'd start heading to the door. And invariably,
Mhm.
one of us would say, "Where are you going?" And she'd say, "Crazy. You want to come with me?"
Yeah. Yeah.
We were like, "No, Mom, no. Don't go anywhere. Don't go crazy."
Yeah.
And but she used to love to embarrass me when I was a preteen. That in between, you're not quite a kid anymore, but you're
Well, that's
not
a
quite a
nice
teenager
job.
yet.
Uh-huh.
And we lived in Florida at the time.
Mhm.
And if we would go driving down the road, of course, in Florida, especially back in the early 70s, everybody ran around in nothing but bathing suits and cutoffs.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
if there was a good looking guy walking or jogging down the road, she would wolf whistle real loud out the window and, "Hey, good looking." And of course, would embarrass me to no end. And then she would laugh uproariously. She thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
don't know. We always just did things to make each other laugh. I mean, just the other
Yeah.
night, somebody said something on a live, and I was laughing so hard I thought I was going to pee my pants. I'm just, and I
Yeah.
couldn't catch my breath. I just couldn't stop laughing.
Uh-huh.
I just,
Yep. I
it's
get it. I get
there's
it.
a lot
That's
of
the
things in
best.
life that
That's
could
the
make
best
me
that
cry,
happened. Yes.
and
Yeah.
I just finally decided years ago, okay, well, crying about it's not going to do any good. So make a
Yeah.
joke out of it and laugh about it and move on. And when I started
You,
doing that, my life got a lot
do any of you run
rosier.
lines from old movies? Like run the lines that you've remembered from movies, like
Oh
Office
yeah.
Space or Uncle Buck, or yeah. My family does that all the time. And
Yeah.
people looking at us like, what are you talking about? But it's so much fun. It's so much
It
My
fun.
is.
husband had a game. My husband had a game he would play where he would just, at any given moment, just spout off a sentence. And the game was you had to not only call what movie it was from,
Oh,
but
Mhm.
who the character was that said
Sure.
it,
oh wow.
and in what context was it being said. And that's
Ah.
what and he was hands down champion. No one could beat him until my son got to be about 14. And at
Mhm.
that point, we both had to turn in the towel and say, "Okay, you got us now."
Yeah.
My son and I still do
true.
that to each other all the time. I
Yes.
mean,
Uh-huh.
we'll
Yeah.
be somewhere and one or the other of us will just say something and the other one will look and start laughing and then repeat what movie it's from and who said it. And other people that are standing around look at us like we're nuts. I mean,
Yes.
I had a
but I
situation.
love it. I mean,
Speaking of having to pee, I'm in the car with my friends, and there's no places to stop. There's no rest areas or anything. I've got to go. So she pulls into a donut place, and I said, her husband said, I'll walk in with you, because we were in the middle of Boston. So we walk in and we're looking around, and Ray says to the guy, "Do you have a bathroom here?" And he said, "No. But in about 4 months, we probably will." And my friend Ray says, "We can't wait that long." And I'm like, "Oh my God." That I really thought I'd lose it after that. Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
yeah, definitely. Just amazing.
Yep.
Anyway, yep, you're
Yep.
killing me,
One of
Smalls. Yep, there you go, Linda
Yep.
Ramsey. Yep,
Yep.
that's awesome.
One of
Well,
my
Sharon.
son's friends in high school, they were both on the football team, and and I cannot for the life of me now remember his name, but anyway, he was their kicker, and a really good one at that. He also happened to be black, and this kid had a sense of humor like you would not believe. Anytime anyone questioned him, or if you wanted to get his attention or you said something to him, he'd turn around and he'd go, "It's because I'm black, isn't it?" Like, no, having him in the car, if I was driving him home after the football games, I can't tell you how many times that phrase came up, and it was funny each and every time as the first time I heard it. So yeah,
Yep. Because only he could get away with it too.
exactly,
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah. So Sharon, what about you, girl?
Oh God, I've written down so many things. I
Have
just
you?
I just want to say just an homage to Robin Williams because he made
Oh,
us
Oh God,
laugh
yes.
so
he did.
hard. You know, his routine about golf, how golf was invented in Scotland, I still roll on the
Yes.
floor
Mhm.
laughing. It's
Uh-huh.
just, anyways, I actually have a baseball cap signed by him.
Oh,
And
good. Yeah.
yeah, just after he died, I thought, maybe I should put that hat on eBay. And I went, no, I can't sell it. No, can't
No.
sell it.
No, not for $1 million.
No,
No.
I probably could have gotten it. Yeah, but anyways.
Yep. Oh,
Okay.
yes, Linda. I love this. She's convinced
Yes.
comedy is a Claire. Yes, I
Oh,
agree.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. I was going to say earlier that
Uh-huh.
I swear you're in a much higher vibration
You are.
when you're
Yes.
laughing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Speaking about being in a higher vibration, today I was sitting outside and just enjoying my surroundings and the birds and everything. And I all of a sudden just felt this overwhelming sense of joy.
Mhm.
And it
Mhm.
has stuck with me
That's
since
good,
then.
Sharon.
Nice.
I know, and it is.
Yes.
Anyways,
It is where it is the energy that we're getting right now,
always
with
go.
the Jupiter alignment,
Okay.
with and the Gemini Sun. It's like we have a really good window starting last Saturday
Okay. Well, I
of fun
picked it
and
up.
enjoyment. Yeah,
Yes,
so just
yes.
love it. Yeah.
I am loving it. And what
Yeah.
occurred to me was just all the things, all the beautiful things I have in my life and how much I appreciate it.
That's
Okay,
right.
so higher vibration. Now we're going to go to very low vibration. I went to a meeting. I think it was at a restaurant or something. And there were supposed to be 3 of us. There was this fellow who I didn't, it was early 80s. And this guy was, you just knew he was gay. He wore a 3-piece suit. This is teacher's meeting, 3-piece suit and just every hair in place and just, and he's just very particular. Anyway, so we're talking about education. And so I really engaged in the conversation. I leaned forward and I let out a fart.
Oh, Sharon.
The song of my people.
It was totally by accident.
Oh,
And so I go, oh, excuse me. And so I continue the education and he'd look on his face with his eyes went. So anyways, I continue on with the conversation of what we were talking about in education, but in my mind is a different conversation. Oh my God, you just farted in front of him. The worst person you could have farted in front of. And so I have these 2 conversations going. And finally I said to him, you'll have to excuse me. I'm just going to go to visit the washroom. So I went to the washroom not to do anything except
right.
as soon as I got into the washroom, I doubled over in
Oh, I
laughter.
bet you did.
I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed until I got it all out so I could go back calmly to the table. I've never forgotten that.
However,
Yes.
I can one up you on the farting at the wrong time.
Well, I've got many. Yeah. I
And
Try
we
it
had
when
to
you're
get fart jokes in here somewhere, Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe we should
try
have
it
a
when you're
theme song on
16. Try it when you're 16 and the guy that you have the mad crush on offers to give you a back rub.
Oh God.
And so you're laying on the floor, all the friends are around, and he's giving you this back rub. And he says, yeah, look, I can even crack your back. And he's like, pushes down on my spine. And I go, right in his face. It was like, 'cause it was right there. I wanted to go through the floor. I thought I would
sure.
die.
Yeah, you did.
I was
Tears in
so
my eyes.
embarrassed. Oh my God. And of course, everybody in the room is rolling on the floor laughing. And he's like, well, I guess I got my tip. We wound up dating after that for about a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
It's
something good came out of it.
just,
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
but still,
Said, I didn't know I had laughing gas,
Yeah.
all I know is at 16 and you've got a 17-year-old who's trying to be Mr. Macho and you go, right in his face. I mean,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. Book says she was
oh
doing
my
laughter
God.
therapy, and a cranky neighbor called my daughter, concerned that I was crazy, laughing alone. No car was there, and my kid told her I had a new young boyfriend who rode a skateboard.
That's a good one.
Oh,
Yes.
you guys are a riot, honestly. Yeah.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
feels so good. It just feels
It
so
does.
good. It does. It feels really
So I
good.
have some more here that I'd like to talk about. Back in 2002, I took my girls, who were 12 and 15 at the time, and their cousin who was 15. We went by myself. I took them across Canada in a van and a tent trailer.
Mhm.
Anyways, we sang and we laughed across Canada. And I kept saying to the girls, oh my God, I am going to remember this trip forever. And I'm going to laugh so much just at the memories. One of the memories, we were at a campground. I was sitting at the picnic table after dinner, and they were telling, I don't know, I can't remember what they were doing, but they were cracking jokes, and it was so funny. I laughed so hard. I had tears, right? But also all of a sudden, it was running down my leg. I kept saying to them, stop, I'm going to pee myself. And then, and anyways, they knew the moment it happened, and they ran off and left me there. Oh, that trip was just, I kept saying to them, I'm going to remember this trip when I'm in my 80s and I'm in the rocking chair on
Yeah.
the porch. I'm going to be remembering this fabulous trip. Also, I find in a relationship, not that I've had many, but it absolutely, we have to laugh together.
Oh, yeah.
And just laugh about crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and I have that with my partner.
Mhm.
Oh, Jordan, my son Jordan, the night before he died, we were in a campground with my mother was there, my wife Sue, and we're around the campfire. And the night before, Jordan was in the upper bunk. He was good at impressions. He was only 13, but he was so funny and so good at impressions. Anyways, he was impersonating Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, God.
And it was his muscles talking. See, but he had this bit that was just so funny. Anyways, I turned to Jordan the next evening around the campfire, and I said, my mother was there too. I said, okay, for Shirley, you have to tell, come on, do your Arnold Schwarzenegger thing. So he looked at me kind of stricken, and then all of a sudden his face changed and he went into it. He had us laughing around the campfire. And that is my memory of the night before he died. So
what a beautiful way to remember
That's
him.
a wonderful
absolutely.
memory to
Oh, he
carry.
was
It is.
so funny.
Thank you for sharing that, Sharon. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I think
It's
we
really
could
a
probably
gift.
talk. We could probably talk about this topic for more than an hour. But
Absolutely.
we do have about 6 questions that came through that
Amazing.
we're gonna do today. But and I'm loving what you people are telling us also in the chat. And I'm sorry I didn't call out names and say hello to everybody. I was kind of thinking we were going to be kind of tight today on what we needed to do, but we really appreciate having you here, all of us, and you mean the world to us, and we wouldn't be here without you. So thank you, and thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing with us. Honestly, it's so much fun to share those funny memories. Honestly, so thank you. Yeah. So
It is.
let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put up the first question here.
Okay.
And let's see. Oops, I don't want that there.
And while you're doing that, I'll say, Sharon,
Yes.
if you click on the private chat, there's I put in the email for the person who won your
excellent.
reading.
Yay.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
Good.
Excellent.
And everybody, Marina has and I can let you know if you won, who you won from, and how to get a hold of them. So all you have to do is email either Marina or myself. And if you won a prize Saturday night, and so that's
Or if you're giving away a prize because you
That's right.
offered something up.
I
also-
don't see it, Marina. I don't see it in the private chat.
Wow.
You can always email.
Yes. Okay. That's what I'll do.
Yeah,
After
thank
the
you.
show, I will absolutely email it to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she did a wonderful job. Julie, I'm sorry, we only take the questions from the community pages. And so, and those are up by, you need to be up by 12 o'clock on Wednesdays. You can go to any one of our channels, go to the community page and put what your question is in. So these people have already done that. That's why they're getting read today. Thank you.
Yes.
So
Thank you,
Barbara
Waterloo.
Nestor is asking, do you see her husband Alan in a memory care unit in the future? And I don't know. She's his caregiver right now, and he does have dementia. So just giving you that little background.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, Marina?
that you know what, it's going to benefit both of you
I
to
think so too.
to do that. Yeah, I get the King of Cups, and I mean he recognizes that how much this is taking out of you, and I think that he would be very very amenable if you were to suggest that or do that, and if he's still at the point where he has those lucid moments, then make him part of the decision making on where. But I think that yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marina.
You're welcome.
Belle?
Yeah. What I have, Barbara, is he really is in a confused state a bit. And at this point, with the Seven of Cups, it looks like it's going to be a good thing for you and for him to have that kind of care. It is hard, and I'm sure it is to do it, but at the same time, he's going to be in a state where it's not really going to be. It's not going to matter to him like you feel like it will. I don't know how to say that any more delicately. So, Barbara,
You're not abandoning him. That's
No.
if that's what you're feeling, you are not abandoning him.
correct. Yeah.
Sherry?
I pulled the Lovers,
Oh.
where it talks about mutual caring and attraction. As someone who has personally gone through the final stages of dementia with my mom, there came a time when, yes, we had to finally have her put in the hospital, and it was the doctors that made that call, not us. And it made for the last 3 months that she was with us, it made for her having a more restful and painless journey than what she had been going through before. And we were there as many days of the week as we could get there to go and see her.
Right.
But taking care of someone at that level, it drains you beyond your imagination. And so sometimes I think, and this is how I felt about my mom, spirit places that person in a special place so that you have time to restore your strength and deal with what comes after.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference. But I'm when I pulled the Lovers, and I wasn't really thinking, I was thinking of the standard meaning for it, but on this card, it talks about mutual caring and attraction. Because you know that if the situation was reversed, he would be battling the same questions. What's the right thing to do?
That's true. That's very true.
And
Sherry.
that's what it comes down to. This is just reminding you that that's the right thing to do.
Right. Thank you, dear. Sharon?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. I did muscle testing. It was yes. And then I pulled a card, and here's the Ace of Pentacles, which is a definite yes. The Pentacles is also health.
Yes.
So, yeah, I say yes, and it's going to be beneficial for both of you.
I love this because you ask about memory care, and many times memory care places have butterflies because it's the transformation of one life to another. And that's what I got. I got a butterfly.
Oh, my goodness.
And it just says anything you lose comes around in another form. You will have to make a choice, but it will be a transformation. So I agree with all my sisters with what they've said. And I think when the time comes that you will get the support of everybody for that decision.
Yeah.
Much love, Barbara.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. The next question we have today is from Peace, Love, and Liberty. I've been told I'm a healer. What are my best ways to start my journey as a healer? Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Nice to see you here.
Yeah.
Okay. Peace, love, and liberty. Whatever it is that you feel drawn to, look at that. Be open to other things, but whatever you're drawn to, that's your higher self talking to you, saying, "Hey, you need to take a look at this." By clearing the pathway. Okay, I pulled from the Dragon Oracle cards, and I got the wait a minute, what is this now? The Deep Blue Dragon. And what this talks about is when you are deciding where it is that you want to put your intention in terms of your gifts, is call in that blue dragon, and know that you are protected in all ways when you make that decision. So that's my big takeaway is go with your first instinct, because you're right.
That's right. Good. Val?
Okay, so peace, love, liberty. I got the open doors for you. So this is really telling you you are ready and there's nothing stopping you. However you want to proceed, whether you want to learn Reiki and become a Reiki master, or whether you want to just dive in with your guides and angels, developing your own ability to connect with people and do healing in the quantum field, whatever that looks like for you, you'll be able to feel into it and do what's right for you. So don't limit yourself. There are many opportunities that are coming toward you, like little breadcrumbs that you'll follow to open up to everything. And also do not limit yourself just to healing and the concept that you and I may think of it in a much broader way. So that's my advice to you. Thank you. Peace, love, and liberty.
Thank you. Jerry?
From the Spirit Animal Oracle, I drew Dog Spirit. And it talks about be loyal to what you love. Because when you're loyal and you allow love to guide you in your decisions, then that's when they become the most successful and the most abundant in a myriad of different ways, not just by money or whatnot, but in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking, you've been told you're a healer, what's the best way to start? The first thing I would say is to check with yourself. What do you feel? Do a little meditating on it. Do you feel that that's the right call? If you're feeling a call for that, then people have been put in your path to point it out to you so you can start your journey. And just start one day at a time.
There you go.
But do
and
it
it's
all
a good
in
time
love.
to start. It's a good time right now to start.
Yeah.
There's a lot opening up for all of us. So that's great,
Absolutely.
Sherry. Thank you. Sharon?
I suppose I've been, you would, peace, love, and liberty, you are healing already just in your interactions with people. But find something that you feel passionate about, that you find joy in, because this will, your motivation will be supercharged. So, something you're called to, try it out. And even though you're not a master of it, just take the first step. As Val said, it might be Reiki. It could be, it could be taking mediumship classes. It could be being a tarot reader. It could be just being in conversation with others and just being a really good listener. A really good listener helps people to heal themselves.
That's true.
Because I find when I'm with a friend, I don't want a friend that's going to tell me how to solve it. No, I want someone just to listen, because then I'm listening to myself and I go, oh.
Perfect.
Now
Love
I
it.
know.
And that goes along with my card. That's fascinating.
Okay.
Because I got the art of allowing, resilience and adaptability, surrender to the change. Surrender to the change. So allow for what is coming in. And it will lead you to the next thing, that leads you to the next thing, that leads you to the next thing. And yes, letting it flow. We can't make things happen. We have to allow them to happen. So thank you, dear. Good luck to you. Peace, love, and liberty. Thank you for the question. Yeah. All right.
I just had a hit. I got to write down.
Okay. So the next one is from McGrill. And she says, I would love a message from my Aunt Beverly, also my spirit guide, for the next week.
Okay. Aunt Beverly wants you to take a look at your wardrobe and take out the things that no longer suit you. Because what I'm getting from her is that she's saying, look, just because you can wear it doesn't mean you should wear it. And I think that she was always the one that you could rely on her to give you practical advice, and she did, but always in a very very humorous kind of way. So yeah, the image that she sort of put into my head was a larger framed woman wearing white spandex. And it was
Sorry.
like, yeah, her looking at it like, no. Oh, that's the message from her. Now I will.
Thanks.
I will.
Thanks
yeah,
a lot.
I will,
Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I pulled the Four of Pentacles, so I think that hang on to what you got, but make sure that what you have is what you want to hang on to.
I love it. That's great, Marina. Thank you, dear.
And
And it's so nice to have somebody come through with humor today. So thank you.
yes.
Yeah, and this was another, which, because Marina was first, she really helped me understand the message that I got from Aunt Bev.
Okay.
So Auntie Beverly says, and I couldn't understand this, hold on to your sides. Was she telling her not to stop laughing? What was she talking about? But it's really, it's hold on to your sides. And it was about, looking at yourself and seeing yourself maybe in a certain way. But so it was, there was humor in her aunt. There was humor in your aunt. So the card I pulled, though, is fierce compassion. Fierce compassion. So this is a card that will stand you in good stead for this whole entire year. For no matter what comes in front of you, you will face it with a really good, passionate sense of self and go for it. and hold on to your sides. Check that girdle, throw that thing out, and just get the right size. That could be metaphorically.
It could be.
Do what
Yes.
suits you. Do what fits you.
Right.
So
Yeah,
she's doing
absolutely.
it's a sense of humor. Okay.
Or it could be trying to shove 10 pounds of something into a 5-pound bag. I mean,
Today is humor, and they were all picking up.
they
on it.
were all ready for it. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sherry?
I pull for you White Raven Spirit, and it simply states believe in the magic. And I think that's what your aunt wants you to realize and believe. Believe in the magic of hearing her, feeling her, knowing her when she's here, and all of the other guides and ancestors around you, and the magic of being in a community where you can openly discuss all of this stuff and get the love and encouragement that you need. Excuse me, but believe in the magic.
Believe in the magic. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Sharon?
Okay, I've got this card that says peace on it. See how she's smiling, but she's holding
yeah.
on to the world. And the message I got is your aunt is telling you, you don't need to hold on to those earthly things. You can let them go.
Yeah.
And if you do, like if you purge and do that sort of thing, it sets you free.
It does.
And gives you
Beautiful.
peace. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Perfect card.
So along with that girdle and holding onto your sides, make sure you put on your dancing shoes.
Nice.
Yes.
Because you're the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, McGrill. Hope we made your day for you. All right. So we have Andrea.
Before I forget, I just want to before I forget, I meant to say thank you very much, Book, for that lovely shout out for my class. And I said thank you, but I just wanted to acknowledge it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, that was beautiful. Thank you. Yep. So Andrea 54, Hector, if you're here or listening later, we only take one message per week. So I just picked this one because maybe it will answer the other one that you had as well. So you want to know if Archangel Michael has any messages for you? So let's see if he does.
Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Jen. Lovely to have you here.
Bye, honey.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
Hi, Kiba.
Okay. The message that I got, the card that I got was right. And the message of this is put things down in black and white. You need to actually see where your thoughts are heading and what it is that you are trying to accomplish. So put it down on paper so that you can actually sort of engage not only your thought, your mind, but your vision, everything into that. And think about if there is something that you feel that you need to write, and whether this is something that is long or short. And it feels to me like maybe it's something short, and write it to the person who needs to hear it. And then it's up to you whether or not you share that with them, or if you're going to use this as a release where you put this down in writing, state how you feel, and then let it go. And if it's a good message, put it down in writing and then share it with the person who needs to hear it. And that's what I'm getting.
Okay, that's awesome. Val?
Okay, so Andrea, I tuned in, and this is what Archangel Michael had to say for you. Be ready, for all that you are holding in your heart will be made manifest in this very year, dear one. sending you deep love. So that's a powerful message. It sounds simple, but check your heart and see what you're holding there. And that's going to give you an idea about what is coming. And if you want to make that really manifest even faster, pay attention to Marina's message to you, and, make sure that you are in alignment with your heart's desires. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Bill. All right, Sherry.
I pull for you strength. And in this deck, strength is listed as you are aligning now. Be patient.
Yeah.
So you've got the strength to hang on. And I think that's what Archangel Michael wants you to know, is that, you're getting in tune, you're getting in alignment. And your strength is in just believing in the magic, as in the last message. I think that was partially meant for you as well. So,
Okay. Thank you, dear. Sharon?
So here's an angel here, and the word is transience. And what I'm picking up from that is, if you're going through a tough time, it's okay. You'll get through it. It's just transient. Also, when you have those wonderful feelings of joy and love and laughter, really embrace it, because they're transient. So, yeah. So don't take things for granted.
There you go.
Yep.
And I have a right as well, but mine is not writing. It's you're on the right path. So,
Nice.
but you could take that word and you could say you're on the right path. So write it down. I agree. And this is from the Archangel Michael cards. So there you go.
Ah,
I
perfect.
pulled them out for you. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
All right. Hello, Holy Sacred Garden. I don't think I've seen you before. It's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have two more ladies. We have Socrates, I think, 1961, or Socks, 1961.
Yep.
Will that snake in the grass, Roger Stone, ever be arrested and adjudicated for his part of January 6th? Thank God others are. From your lips to God's ear.
Yes.
Yes.
the
Yes.
sooner the better.
Yes.
So whenever
Okay,
you're
Socks.
ready,
I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm thinking that if ultimately he will, whether or not we actually see him get his just desserts, is really not up to us. Just know that yes, absolutely, he will. There's he's being looked at. I got the Page of Cups. This is a new fresh perspective on things. So yes, he is definitely being looked at, and yeah, he will. In the end, he will absolutely get his just desserts. Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
All right.
And I got success, Ace of Swords. So most definitely, in one way or another. So
right.
the wheels of justice turn slowly because there's so many other cases in front. So this will be a few years down the road, but hold on for it.
One way or another, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you one way. Sherry,
Show on the road.
I pull the Two of Swords to go along with Val's Ace of Swords. I just what I'm picking up off of this is that there's especially since it's swords, I'm really feeling like this is just simply saying, yeah, he's gonna get what's coming to him. May take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But karma has got his number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharon, what about you?
Well, I had this vision, and it was the collective, like all of us. And the collective had a big boot on, and I saw us booting him into that jail cell unceremoniously.
Okay.
Anyway,
his hat? Did he have his hat on?
Yes, he had his hat on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. And
Yeah.
look at this card. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, the
yes.
son. Everything will be brought to light that he's done. And see, the boy there is naked on the horse. He has
Yeah.
nothing. He can't hide anything.
And finally, yes, he goes into the dumpster.
All right.
There you go.
With the collective boot.
The collective dumpster. That's right. Oh,
I
boy.
just have to stop and say, Garden Genie says, wow, that song, that Debbie Harry song, has been
Yeah.
sung at least the last 5 lives or videos I've seen in the last 3 days.
Oh, my goodness.
One way or another.
I've heard it, several people say it too. Bring that out,
Well,
Really?
and it wasn't even like
like
one of
collective.
our shows or anything.
Yeah.
On completely different topics, I've heard it brought up.
Wow.
So.
good.
And speaking about synchronicity, when oh, I'm having a brain fart. Sorry. When Marina talked about purging clothes, yesterday I was looking at my closet and going, okay, I have to purge. I can't hang on to this stuff anymore.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
And it gives you room to bring more stuff in. So there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So finally we have Brian Beecher.
Mhm.
And he says, now, why did a woman I had a lot of nice conversations with several months ago, months back, suddenly stop all communication? She might have been married.
That's what I was just going to say. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. She was enjoying that
She
conversation.
was enjoying the attention.
Yeah, but she was other what power. Yeah. She's married or otherwise in a relationship that
Yeah.
And she wasn't being totally honest with you. So consider yourself lucky you dodged a bullet.
Yeah. And I have to say, this is time heals all wounds. So, you know, they're telling you, sorry. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Jerry?
5 of Cups. Be glad you found out what you did when you did, or else you would have been having a lot of regret.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
lot of regret.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Val was right. You dodged
Saved
a
by the
bullet.
bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sharon?
I would agree with what everyone has said. I think she's married, and yeah, she's not being honest. But I've got a really nice answer for you. I've got 3 of Wands. That person is out there, and your ship will come in.
Yeah.
So be patient. It's okay.
Geek, I love it. Thank you. Yeah, be happy that Jesus was on your side, I think.
Yeah.
The rosary. It's like you were protected, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm
Enjoy
sorry
the
that happened.
conversations for what it was, but
That happened to me once. The guy was married.
Yep. It happened to be in college. This
Mm.
guy
Yeah.
I met him at a party. He was fabulous. I was, and then somebody came up to him and said, Alan, where's your wife?
Oh.
And yeah, he was married, but that was like, you wouldn't expect it in college, at least in the 70s. you
Yes.
wouldn't expect it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Time wounds all heals. Yep.
I love that.
That is great. Thank you so much, everybody. Well, I just had a really fun time today.
It was
So
fun.
Yes.
This was
Thank
great.
thanks for sharing all your funny examples, and thank you to everybody for being here with us in the chat. And I'm glad we got to answer the questions together. And we will see you next week when I believe it's Miss Sherry's turn. Yeah,
I'll
It
be
is
your, I'll be your host next week.
you
Yes.
will be the hostess
Your
with the
hostess.
most. Yeah.
Hostess with the
Absolutely.
most. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. And don't forget, find something to laugh at least once every day.
absolutely.
Yes.
Much love.
Absolutely.
Much love.
All right.
Bye,
Take care.
y'all.
Bye-bye, everybody.